Please stop calling and texting me, asking me, is that my daughter on Love and Hip Hop? It is not my daughter. My daughter's still a virgin. My daughter does not even see her father. I'm not saying anything bad about anybody, but that is not my daughter, okay?
If these niggas out here can't hold my baby down the way I hold my baby down, right? Instead of fuck around my baby.
Right.
How about that, nigga?
Well, there you have it. So basically on Love and Hip Hop, New York season 6, episode 2, a lady came on the show and Rich Dollaz announced her as the mother of one of his children. 16-year-old daughter. I'm not sure of what her name is, but she was the young lady in the video with Rich where he was showing off the money. Now, this young lady basically said on TV that she's no longer a virgin. She's only 16, blah, 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 stuff like that. Basically, they had a daddy-daughter talk in the show and whatnot. And it's funny because I just interviewed the lady at the beginning of the video, which is Chaundrea Nicolle. She happens to be yet another woman who has a child with Rich Dollaz. Now, her daughter is 16 as well. In other words, Rich Dollaz about 16 years and 9 months, let's say 17 years approximately, about 17 years ago was basically swanging it every which way. And he got 2 women pregnant at the same damn time because these girls are not twins and they don't have the same mother. People on the internet are thinking that Chaundrea is the other mother and the young lady on the show, which was in the video with him, is the same daughter. They think that the people on TV must be Chaundrea and her daughter Christian. No, 2 completely different people. I can understand how things can get confusing when a man is going around inseminating multiple women at the same time that he has probably no commitment to. I know he didn't do right by Chaundrea because, and I'm not trying to throw Rich Dollaz under the bus, by the way, but I did interview her, and all you got to do is type in Chaundrea Nicolle Meat Magazine interview or ask me for it in the comment section. I will give you the link. But she opened up basically about the whole situation, and we talked about a lot of other things, her business ventures and things like that too. So it's a really good interview. It's not just about Rich Dollaz and the trifling stuff that he does. And I mean, you know, this is a trifling Negro when he makes a social media video with his daughter with a handful of money. Now, this is the same guy who said on TV that he pays $3,000 a week in child support, $156,000 a year. And I don't know how much money was in his hand. Well, why don't you give that to your children instead of showing it off on the internet at 40-something years old? Makes no sense. A 40-something-year-old man, a businessman that's on television showing off hands full of money like some whack rapper or something. He really let the music industry go to his head. But anyways, oh, by the way, speaking of the music industry, Rich used to work at the mall for Chaundrea back in the day, for the record. So he done came up and he's showing his ass to the world. He's the reason why Dave Chappelle said we should have never gave you ninjas money. Anyway, on Chaundrea's video where she's talking about how it's not her that was on TV, and that's another woman, that's not her daughter, that's yet another girl that Rich Dollaz fathered. Here's what she said on that video on Instagram. She said, and I quote, "She was on their show with her mom, so please stop calling and asking me if that's my daughter on Love and Hip Hop. My daughter is filming a completely different show, and her father is still not involved in her life. I am allowed to say what I want to say, so if you don't like what I say, then maybe you shouldn't stalk my page. I'm not saying anything bad about anyone, but if you haven't been calling me, don't start now. I don't do fake people. Sheesh." And on the other video with Rich and his daughter, here's what Chaundrea had to say. She said, and I quote, So, one daughter gets special treatment while you still not answer my daughter's phone calls. You have a big platform to tell your lies, create fake stories, and lie like you were a good dad when you aren't. You will reap what you sow. You say blogs, etc. are the reason you do how you do, but what about the 14 years before all of that took place and you ignore Christian? You think this is cute, But if I remove my filter, I can have a large platform to expose the truth. And no, I'm not bitter, but I am mad. You constantly keep getting away with stuff. Well, enough is enough. This is not cute. You have several kids, not just 2 or 3 you claim. Shakes my head. Deadbeat. Low life. Your storyline is very fake. You would have known the answer to all the questions you asked if you would truly been involved like you claim. Your storyline is very fake. You'll get the message because you'll stalk on a regular. If you don't like what I'm saying, it's simple. Stay off my page. Oh, and stop saying I should have known he was a deadbeat. Now, how was I supposed to know he would be back then? End quote. So here's the deal. She ended up deleting these things, or at least the video with Rich and his daughter from Instagram. The Shade Room reposted it and whatnot. But I ended up retrieving the information before it was reposted and before it was deleted. And I just wanted to say this, man. This is just a really crazy situation here, because this lady's trying to do the right thing, and the only thing that she asks is for Rich to be the parent that he should be and he's pretending to be. It's not even like Rich is just saying, hey, I got a school bus full of children. I don't take care of any of them. I don't care about any of them. And that's just me. It's just, don't sit up there and say you're a creep 1 minute and then turn around and try to act like your father of the year the next. Especially when your 16-year-old is sitting up there on TV talking about she's been slobbing knobs. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be laughing about this. This is cold-blooded. But seriously, all jokes aside, I mean, his 16-year-old daughter is basically up there like, yeah, I'm in rough riding, Rich. And all he can say about it is, I got money, though. Really, Rich? I mean, he's making himself look like a royal ass. He's basically saying he's a sellout and that life is about money to him. And he's making himself look like a fool. Now, that's just my opinion. There's parts of Rich Dollaz that I like. I think he's very charismatic. I think he's entertaining. He's the type of person I like to see on TV. However, when we start looking into this man's personal life, then I start to like him a lot less. At the end of the day, though, I still interview him if I had the chance. So, Rich, if you're listening, let me know on Twitter at Meat Magazine. Let's do that interview so we can get your side of the story. And I won't shade you or talk crazy. I just want to know what's really popping, because you're making yourself look really ridiculous at this point. I mean, you got your girl on TV talking crazy. Then you're posting videos online of you talking about N-words and money. I mean, that's cooning. That doesn't make you look cool. It makes you look like if people thought you were a bad father before, they're like, okay, confirmed. Like just red stamp. Just confirmed with extra exclamation points like the ones that are on the video on the screen. Red exclamation points everywhere. But anyways, this is all my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a blogger. Rich doesn't really care for the bloggers anyway. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine. By the way, stop victim blaming. He put his daughter in a really screwy situation and the mother of his child. They deserve the utmost respect. And you people in these comment sections just really need to find a filter and find some chill and find some, quote, fucks to give. Because you guys are really going ham with the little stupid stuff you're saying. And please stop harassing Chaundrea. If you listen to my interview with her, you will get the story, the true story, and find out what really transpired. So then that way you maybe can have a little more clarity about the situation, because I'm telling you, before even interviewing her, I knew that whatever she was going to say was going to be the truth. I knew I had to talk to her, and I'm so glad I did, because hey, all I'm going to say, I'm not going to throw Rich under the bus, but I'm just saying he's done a lot of really foul things, and he has a lot of explaining and apologizing to do, not to us the public, but to Chaundrea and Christian. Okay? Just my opinion. Let me know what you think about it below. Meat Magazine.